Don't let his record fool you. Ken Jennings messes up on Jeopardy! All the time. The host fumbles over his words over and over again in a new Jeopardy! Blooper reel from season 41 that's sure to put a smile on your face. A lot of the bloopers show Jennings tripping up his words and having to repeat reactions to players, but there's a moment where he playfully makes the contestants and audience laugh with a well-timed "that's what she said." The blooper reel was shared as hiatus entertainment while fans wait for Jeopardy! Season 42 to premiere on Monday, September 8th. In the video, embedded above, Jennings laughs with a bunch of Jeopardy! Players as he repeats his responses whenever he flubs his lines. His dirty joke comes in around the 40-second mark, when he says to a player, "How big do you want to go?" He waits a beat before saying, "That's what she said." The crowd cracks up, and Jennings laughs and makes fun of himself when saying, "That doesn't even make sense." Later on, Jennings fields a question from an audience member while the crew resets on stage, and the question makes everyone burst out laughing. Do you ever finish a particular episode and at the end you realize, "Boy, this contestant don't know ST?" The fan asks. Jennings replies with a reference to the woman who ended his historic 74-game Jeopardy! Winning streak, Nancy Zerg. "I do remember, I lost to this lovely woman from Ventura named Nancy Zerg, who knew Final Jeopardy when I did not," Jennings says, and you know what she thought. She was like, "That guy don't know ST." See more funny bloopers in the full video above. And don't miss Jeopardy! When the game show returns this fall. This is what happens when the cameras keep rolling. That's how one crew member teased the season 41 blooper reel of Jeopardy! That has recently started circulating online. And while longtime fans of the legendary quiz show tune in for the trivia, the contestants, and the intellectual intensity, this behind-the-scenes peek proves that the host, Ken Jennings, has his own brand of humor, sometimes a little cheekier than viewers might expect. The highlight of the blooper reel? A not-so-family-friendly slip of the tongue from Jennings that had the entire studio, contestants, audience, and crew, bursting into laughter. Setting the scene. Season 41 has been significant for Jeopardy! For many reasons. It marks Ken Jennings' first full season as the sole host following Mayim Bialik's departure, and fans have been closely watching how he settles into the role. Jennings, who once stood behind the podium as the most famous contestant in the show's history, now commands the stage with authority, warmth, and quick wit. But hosting a show like Jeopardy! Isn't as easy as Jennings sometimes makes it seem. The questions come fast, the clues are wordy, and the pacing has to be perfect. Naturally, mistakes happen. That's where blooper reels come in, providing a glimpse of the unpolished, human side of the show. The dirty joke that stole the show. According to those who've seen the reel, the joke in question happened during a category that involved playful language. Jennings was reading a clue that contained an awkward phrase, and he stumbled over the wording. Instead of stopping to reset, he leaned into the flub and cracked. "Well, that sounded a little dirtier than I meant it to." The way he delivered it, with a mischievous grin and raised eyebrow, wasn't something fans are used to seeing on the normally buttoned-up show. The audience howled with laughter, contestants laughed nervously at their podiums, and the production crew had to stop filming for several minutes while everyone regained composure. It wasn't a vulgar joke, but it had just enough innuendo to make Jeopardy! Feel like a comedy club for a brief moment. Why fans love this side of Jennings? For decades, Jeopardy! Has prided itself on being the thinking person's game show. It's known for Alex Trebek's dignity, the challenging clues, and the sense that it was a cut above other quiz formats. But Ken Jennings brings something new. He's not afraid to poke fun at himself or lean into a joke when the moment calls for it. The blooper reel proves that his humor isn't rehearsed, it's spontaneous. Fans who have followed Jennings since his record-breaking contestant days know that his wit has always been part of his charm. His quip about certain categories being revenge of the writers or his playful jabs at contestants' fun facts during interviews often steal the show. But a slightly dirty joke? That was a first, and it made him feel more relatable than ever. The internet reacts. Clips of the season 41 blooper reel quickly made their way to social media, where fans couldn't stop replaying the moment. On Reddit, one user commented, "Ken has that dad humor energy. The joke was silly, not offensive, but you could tell the entire audience didn't expect it. That's what made it hilarious." On X, formerly Twitter, another fan joked, "Ken Jennings making a dirty joke on Jeopardy! Is my Roman Empire. I'll never stop thinking about it." YouTube compilations of Ken Jennings' funniest moments are already adding the season 41 blooper to their highlight reels, ensuring it will live on long after the season wraps. Comparing Jennings to Trebek. Whenever Ken Jennings shows his humor, fans inevitably compare him to Alex Trebek. Trebek, though known for his professionalism, had his own share of cheeky moments. He sometimes teased contestants, poked fun at wrong answers, or playfully scolded people for silly guesses. There's even a famous clip of Trebek reading rap lyrics in a completely deadpan tone that went viral years ago. Jennings' style is different, but not incompatible. While Trebek kept his humor dry, Jennings leans into awkwardness and wordplay. In a way, Jennings making a dirty joke shows he's not trying to imitate Trebek, he's carving out his own hosting style, balancing respect for the show with flashes of personality. The value of bloopers. Blooper reels may seem trivial, but they're crucial for shows like Jeopardy! That thrive on polish. They remind fans that behind the intellectual sheen are real people who laugh, slip up, and have fun. Game shows especially rely on rhythm, clues have to be read perfectly, buzzers have to be timed correctly, and contestants need to feel comfortable. A host who can laugh off mistakes keeps the energy from getting too stiff. Jennings' joke might not have made it into the final cut of the episode, but it probably helped everyone on set loosen up. The evolution of Jennings as host. Since stepping into Trebek's shoes, Jennings has faced enormous pressure. Every word is scrutinized, every interaction compared to what came before. But season 41 shows a new confidence. He's no longer just the contestant who won big. He's the face of Jeopardy! And bloopers like this reveal how he's owning that role. Making a dirty joke may seem like a small thing, but it demonstrates his comfort level. He knows when the audience will laugh with him rather than judge him. That instinct is what separates a good host from a great one. Some fans are already speculating whether Jennings might start letting more of this humor slip into actual episodes. While Jeopardy! Will never be a show built on innuendo, little flashes of humor might become part of Jennings' signature. Producers are careful to protect the show's image, but they also recognize that levity keeps it fresh. If Jennings can deliver jokes with the same balance of charm and cleverness that he displayed in the blooper reel, we might see more of his comedic timing in future episodes. The season 41 blooper reel of Jeopardy! May have been created for laughs behind the scenes, but it ended up giving fans something bigger, a glimpse of Ken Jennings at his most unfiltered. His dirty joke wasn't shocking or offensive, it was a quick-witted moment of humanity that made him feel approachable and real. For a show built on knowledge, trivia, and intellectual competition, moments like these remind us that Jeopardy! Is also about entertainment. Ken Jennings has proven that he can keep the spirit of Trebek alive while still adding his own twist. If this blooper reel is any indication, fans can expect season 41 to be filled with sharp clues, brilliant contestants, and the occasional laugh that no one saw coming. After all, as one fan commented online, Ken Jennings is the only guy who could make a dirty joke on Jeopardy! And still sound like the smartest man in the room.